Namaste, Teresa here again with my State of the Universe. I love that, Teresa's State of the Universe, from my armchair, from my on my chair. Thoreau said he traveled far and conquered. I grew up in Concord. I related to that as I astral traveled everywhere. Thoreau also talked about something. I just forgot what he talked about. Anyway. The armchair traveler. That was the other thing he called himself, the armchair traveler. God knows I've done plenty of that. So anyway, from my armchair, I will talk about the state of the universe. But I'm going to talk about today and its relationship to initiations. I did a whole video on initiations, very quickly ran through them. We don't quickly run through them in our lives. They are often about a decade at long, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. As humans, on this planet, and I think in other planets there's different ways that they experience the initiations as well, but on this planet it's according to your life stages is how we go through it. They relate to that. Not that everyone does all of them in one life. We take many lifetimes to do them. Most of us that are doing spiritual work or doing deep work have done all of them in another lifetime, but in every body you have to do it again and again. The Kundalini needs to ascend and rise again and again. So what is occurring now with the portal opening and higher energies coming in and more people allowing themselves to move more into the fifth dimensional experience of cause and effect, and moving beyond that into synchronicity, and moving beyond that into no time, no space. What is happening as the positive energies come in and people are open to that level of awareness and being, your initiations are being moved forward in a much quicker way. You're being pushed forward in your initiatory process. We do not have all the time in the world, in our lifetimes, to take as long as you might want to be as thorough as you can in your transformation and transmutation through your initiations. So this powerful energy that is coming in, this higher energy that is coming in, is moving you forward through your process quickly. Whether you are in a major initiation in the middle of it and you can relate to it that strongly, or you're not in between, but you are moving from one to another and you're not in the throes of it as yet, or you finish the throes of it, it is moving you forward through that quickly. There's so much soul development in the initiation. There is so much understanding of self and the process and the understanding of life and the completion and what our gifts and our abilities are as we go through the different initiations. And those are definitely pointed out, or we have to use our gifts and abilities to get us through the initiation. Initiations are not easy. In past lives, many of you died in different initiations. The fourth initiation, especially the heart initiation, the opening of the heart, was a very powerful one, which many people did not survive. And different ones were, well, they were just very difficult. When I was in Egypt, there was a big expanse in the courtyard of maybe about 50 feet, 60 feet or so. And the initiation for the second initiation, the underground shamanic journey, was to dive into this large, perhaps 4 to 6 feet square length of like a tube, if you will, filled with water, and you had to swim from one side to the other. And that was something in and of itself. But what was there was crocodiles. It was filled with crocodiles. So the priest had to swim from one end to the other and get through the crocodiles to finish and to complete that second initiation. To me, it sounded a lot like high school. But anyway, that was my experience. And basically, a priest at that time would have learned how to mesmerize the crocodiles. They would have learned how to become one with them. They would have learned how to become invisible. They would have learned how all the tricks that they needed, okay, to survive that particular initiation, okay. Many of the native peoples had initiations where you went out on your own and survived on your own in the wilderness for a period of time, and many did not pass that. And so some of the initiations that you go through in this lifetime are about you really surviving them, okay, and to heal what you didn't survive, you know, in another lifetime. And so all of that work that you're doing here and now is going to help you bring forward what you need to bring forward to do the healing work on the planet that you are here to do the life-giving, the life-changing, the transformation and the transmutation, not only of yourself and your soul and its journey, but to do that with humanity, to do that with the planet. It is our time to do that. It is what we came in here to do. Many of us have done extensive work on ourselves or extensive work with others in whatever way. We were a spiritual person or a healer person or a magician or an alchemist or whatever name and focus you had at other lifetimes. That energy is coming in here and now because we need all of it. Now is the time where we need everything that we are, everything we have been, even everything that we will be, to come now into this present moment. So the transformation can be as complete, the healing can be as complete and as full as it possibly can be. So your initiations are being fast forwarded. Okay, get ready to run. Get ready to take on as much of your experience as you possibly can in the day. Okay, take in as much of it as you can with every breath. Take in as much of it as you can in your dreams, in your meditations, in your interactions with people, as isolated as they are these days. Take in your isolation and what that means. Many of us did spiritual path and other times in complete isolation. We were not with anyone else except the planet and the divine. So this particular time of isolation is also fast forwarding you into your own sense of authenticity, your own sense of being your own authority, your own sense of being the teacher that you are, but of being that with yourself. Okay, is a time of coming into your truth, walking your talk, speaking your truth 24/7. It's not just that you are doing being. It's not that you are just being. It is that you are being in your thought, word, and deed, expression, action, all of it 24/7. That is a lot of responsibility. That is a lot of power. That is a lot of energy that can be used for good. It can be used for good. Imagine that. And so we are trying to do that. Many of us that are here are trying to transform that power into empowerment and into right use of power. If you're feeling a little pushed by this time, you're not alone. That's what this time is doing. Usually on a spiritual path, we don't want to try or push or effort. We want to allow. But in this case, we need to allow ourselves to be pushed, because we can be quite indolent if we don't let ourselves be pushed. And on our own, we can be quite indolent and always think about mañana, we'll do it tomorrow. No, you need to do it now. Now is your time. Now is the time, no matter what age, no matter what initiatory level you're on, no matter what work you're doing in the world, no matter what your relationship and family situation is, now is the time. Now is the time to come more into your own authenticity and your own truth with yourself from a place of open-heartedness. The heart needs to open in order to support you, okay, in your higher chakras, in your higher vibration. You cannot do this without the heart opening. The heart must be open to understand what you are experiencing. The heart must be open in order for you to embody the truths that are coming to you and through you. If your heart is not open, it is only information. If your heart is open, it is wisdom. So allow yourself to be wise. Allow yourself to bring it, your knowledge through your heart, to your heart, from your heart. Allow yourself to be who you are, 24/7. No apologies. Namaste.